you feel me, watching the stream back, trying to get some clips. Also relaxing myself, just to give you guys a little hint, not to show too much. But today, topic of the day is the ErGear or the ErGear or the ErGear. Complete flexibility, total freedom, little beautiful electric standing desk. You guys are gonna see me in my pantuflas. I'm doing my due diligence of relaxing myself before I build this so I can really focus. Currently it's 11:14 in the morning. That is our old setup right there, just to show you guys. You guys see wires everywhere. It's not that good. This is just because your boy has been streaming. Probably not the best lighting, not gonna lie to you guys, but you guys can tell. This is a ticket that I just got the other day on some bullshit. This is all desk though. Very short desk. If you guys want to compare it to this pocket pussy of a chair, we're gonna hopefully change that now with the ErGear, just to find out what's the perfect height for me. This isn't gonna be where my setup is. My setup's in my room over there. Before we move all this over there, I want to build this thing first. This is the same dimensions as this one. It's about 38 or 39, I think 40. It's 40 from that end to that end. It's about 40 inches, and this one's exactly the same. So I should be able to put it in my room, no problem, literally. Sorry for all that dirty laundry and shit, you feel me? This also where the little laundry thing is at, you feel me? We're cleaning up, all that good stuff. But yeah, anyways though, catch you guys in a little bit. Just finna get some clips for the TikTok, and then we finna start this off. So yeah, like, subscribe. Oh, that's crazy. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, Mr. Worldwide. Basically, we switched up scenery because my mom started doing her thing outside. I didn't get a chance. I was waiting for my hair to dry and shit, and so it took too long. Anyways, though, we're gonna do this in the room. First of all, shout out to Sandra Vlogs, bro. She did a whole little, like, not step by step, but she just showed how to build it. And it seems very easy, so I'm kind of excited to do it. It doesn't seem like it's too much of a difficulty. She actually had a power drill. I don't have one, which is kind of embarrassing. But let me just show you guys. So the room's a little bit of a mess right now because there's laundry day, and I also just barely hooked up my Ethernet cable the other day. This is the Ethernet cable that we got, just to show you guys. It's literally flat, like it's sick as f. But cable management and all that, we're gonna work on that. Give it a little sweeper upper, you know. We just gonna make it look clean. Honestly, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of like a speed run, like just kind of put my camera down and then just record it on some quick shit. But again, shout out to Sandra Vlogs, bro. If you guys just want to go check it out, if you guys want to get this desk yourself and see how easy it is to build, you go ahead and check it out. I'll low-key probably link it down below, low-key, just to give her a little shout out, because honestly, it's kind of cool and she did it pretty cool. So if you guys want, go ahead and check that out. And then when you're done with that, go ahead and check this out. Yes. I'm gonna start building this shit. And yeah, I'm gonna be watching the video, building it and all that good stuff. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys how it looks all set up and stuff. Not with all the things on top, but just the table itself. Just so that way I'm not worried about the camera and I don't mess anything up, you know? And if you are wondering, yes, I am sick. That is why I stayed home today. Unfortunately, your boy got sick over the holidays, which I called, by the way. If you guys been watching the streams, I literally called it. I got sick over the holidays, so today I had to take a day off. Not getting paid for Thursday, Friday, and today, so that's gonna be great. So if you guys could leave a like, I would greatly appreciate that. It's gonna help me out with my videos. This is basically gonna be me showing you guys some things that I got over Black Friday, and also how the desk works and all that good stuff and how it's looking. So yeah, if you're excited though, turn on post notifications, all that, leave a like. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Peace. The biggest difference I've noticed so far is that this shit came in a box, all with protection all around it. That's a W. That's an A+ on shipping in my books. I'm way too sick to give you guys like a full run through of this because I'm losing my breath literally just unboxing this shit. But bro, holy packaging. First of all, everything with good little styrofoam. You got all the parts right there. This is what we call A+ packaging, bro. So far so good, no kidding. Another thing, to some of you this might not be that important, and I understand if it's not, but every single screw is kind of like a Lego piece. Extra bits and pieces, whatever this is, like it seems to come with everything lately. This right here is the actual plug-in itself. This is the actual controller that brings up the desk and brings it down. This, I believe, is the rod, and that's the motor over there. Literally, I don't know if you get, yeah, look at that. Everything came separated and everything came well packaged. In her videos, there's a couple things that are very different. This is about a year ago, so their packaging changed a whole bunch. Thankfully, because I watched the video, I know what part is what part. This, she had to install these herself, these little like wheel thingies, but they came pre-installed, which is sick. Also helps knowing what part that is. Everything else came separated and well packaged, you feel me? Let me not drop that. And then the actual desk itself is right here. I got it in black, as you guys could tell. Because it has so much like of that soft styrofoam, styrofoam, you can kind of just lay the parts on top. That way it doesn't get scratched up and it stays brand new. Look at that. A lot of people said that these desks came with the corner all messed up and stuff, but now they started coming in with these rubbers, I'm assuming. This is thick, bro. Packaging, at least packaging, bro, just packaging is an A1. Shout out to ErGear for simply just the packaging. Right now I'm gonna put it together. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, and catch you guys when it's done.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alright, so I was basically done. Alright, I already connected this, the power cable and everything, which I should probably disconnect just to be safe. But I was already done. I literally read the comment section to this video and someone said that she had put it on backwards, but as I was following it, I was like, nah, it seems like she's doing everything correct. She actually did put on some shit backwards. I'm pretty sure she was faded as she filmed this, and so am I, so it's okay. Essentially, this motor, bro, which is kind of also like a defect that they should have like made this shit longer, but this cable is only a few inches long and it's supposed to plug into that control right there, literally. So as you guys can tell, it's obviously not gonna fucking reach, which fucking sucks because she has a power drill and I've been doing it by hand this whole fucking time. So now I'm gonna have to flip it, but it's honestly not that much of an issue because all I gotta do is flip it. But I was almost done though. I was almost done, and it's already like what? It's already about to be 2, bro. Fuck.
A few moments later.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, look. First and foremost, walk over here watching Kendra. You know how girls are with their reality TV. This is a little bit bigger than my other one because my other one's about 38.5 inches. This one's 40. The reason why I wanted to get a standing desk is because I knew that from here, I knew that from this drawer to this mattress, I guess you could say, it was about 40 something inches. However, where it truly mattered was down here at the legs. So you guys can tell, cabinet right there, and then this right here, which is sticking out a little bit more than the bed. I don't know if you guys can see that. It ended up fitting a lot better than what I was expecting, especially because the legs are actually inside, so they're not outside. Only downside that I'm barely noticing right now is that this is supposed to be for the headphones and stuff, but they're a little too deep in to where I might not even be able to use them like that, but we'll find some usage. Favorite thing is though, this little cable management that comes included with the desk. I already been able to manage at least the Ethernet cable, which is gonna be for my PC, which is gonna be on this side, and then as well as the cable for the actual motor, which is right here, which I ran down this way, which kind of hides it, you know, it's a little there, but it hides that way, doesn't look that bad. But overall, the desk is beautiful, bro. I'm actually very hyped about this. It looks very sturdy. It's a little wobble test. Honestly, I think it depends how tight you pull all the bolts. If you're obviously leaving shit loose, it's gonna be moving around, but I tightened everything pretty good, as much as I can with my hand, and it seems to be pretty sturdy. But if you go right here, you can lift it and you can lower it, and then there's also some presets available if you want to check that out. 1, 2, and 3, or 4. 1, I think it brings it down, and then if I press 2, it's actually gonna raise it up. It's very quiet, by the way. I can't hear anything. That's like a very little small winding noise. I don't know how tall it's gonna go. I'm pretty sure I can make it even taller because it is a standing desk and I'm about 6 feet, so I'm pretty sure I can go taller, but I wouldn't necessarily need to. If you guys saw the stream, the main reason why I got this though is that it's adjustable, so I'm gonna be able to find what's the perfect height for me when it comes to future proofing my setups, because I want to make sure that my setups are gonna be all comfortable for me. And if I want a different desk that isn't height adjustable to make it a little more simpler, I'll be able to tell what height I need to fit my own personal needs. We about to finish up though. I'm about to bring all the stuff up here and you guys are about to see how it looks at the end. So yeah, sorry about the defocus and focusing shit. I don't know why my camera's doing that. It also comes with these cool little like zip tie thingies. They're 3M tape, so this is also gonna allow you to do some type of cable management, you know, depending how good you are at that. So it comes with this, and I mean, if you're resourceful, you can use one of these as well along with this. It's a good amount of easy cable management that they allow for you to do. The only tool that did not come included whatsoever was the screwdriver, so you are going to need a screwdriver. It comes with a small Allen wrench, L key, whatever you call it, but it comes with this big one right here, as you guys can tell. So yeah, but you will need a screwdriver. Like I said, you will need a screwdriver. It did not come with a screwdriver, but I'm gonna give you guys a full review on what I actually think right now as soon as we're done setting this whole thing up. There's a couple of things that I do want to say. I want to give it pros and its cons to owning this desk and to buying this specific brand. So your boy is taking a little lunch break, you feel me? If you're wondering what's that at the bottom, that's just ham. This is gonna be my lunch for work, so that's why it looks a little depressing. In 3, 2, 1. That's a green tamal, by the way. Boom! Look at that shit, man. All right, I need y'all completely act like this part doesn't exist, okay? The cable management does help a little bit, but I still gotta hide the cables. I got one issue. I could put all this shit grouped up, hide it, stick it up here, stick it in the bag, do whatever, but I do often move my setup. I move my setup more often than not, probably more often than you watching this. Chances are, as long as I'm not kicking them, I'm not messing with them, they're not in my way, I don't really care. If you look at it from this angle though, it look boring. beautiful. Look at that shit. So this is a portable monitor that I got off of Amazon, as you guys could tell. That's my PC right there next to my PS5. And then right here we got my monitor, my main monitor at least, the new Blue Yeti that we just got recently. I was supposed to get a new mouse pad, but my girl forgot to remind me, so I didn't get one, but that's gonna come in soon hopefully. And yeah, bro, so this is the desk. It goes up, it goes down. It does everything you could possibly need it to do. You can see the number as you bring it up, it goes up. So I'm gonna mess with it. I'm gonna probably game for a little bit today, and I'm gonna see what's the best, probably the best angle for this. Sorry if it looks a little janky in here. I don't got the best lighting, but this is a setup. You feel me? This is a setup. The wires could use some love, but this is the setup, bro. The mic is a little bigger now, so it's gonna be right at my mouth angle, which is perfect, so that way you guys can hear me good. So my camera is gonna go right here. The only thing, like I said, that I need to figure out is the cables, but then other than that, it's basically ready to go, bro. Hopefully you guys are fucking with it. Honestly, it didn't take me too long. There's a couple of things that I do need to add about the desk itself. I just kind of want to roll up, and then that way I can talk to you guys. So stay tuned if you want to see a review on this. If not, that's basically about it. Again, cable management is going to be done eventually, probably not now. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So a review in about 3, 2, 1. This is basically how I have it when I'm live streaming. If you guys haven't caught me live, definitely recommend y'all do so, bro. We honestly just be chilling, killing, you feel me, grilling, all that good stuff. So this is gonna be, I guess you could say, the little, I guess the review part of this. I think the desk is pretty fire. Honestly, it's very sturdy. It seems like it could hold up weight, thankfully, because of the metal plates that it has in the middle. Definitely didn't hold back on the screws. There's screws all over this damn table, so be ready to screw things in. If you have a power drill, it'll probably help you out way more. Overall, though, I do give it a cool little 9 out of 10 at least when it comes to the actual stability of it. When it comes to actually building it, I didn't really time myself, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm very thankful that there was a video online. That's another thing that I want to bring up. There is no instruction, it's included. I don't know if there was supposed to be. I don't know if somebody just completely missed my box. I don't know what happened when it came to my packaging, but just in case in yours it doesn't come with instructions, I'm gonna for sure link down below the video that I saw. Just please keep in mind, shorty was a little faded, just like how we about to get, bro. Look at this good little wood. The lighting ain't shining the best on it, but it looks beautiful. Instead of the motor being on the left where it was supposed to be, you know, it all depends how you're looking at it. It was on the right, so I had to switch it from the right to the left and the left to the right. But just make sure that whatever which way you're building the table, that the cable is closest to the actual control that's on the table, so that way you don't have to redo it again like how I did in the video that you guys just watched, unless you guys skipped ahead for some reason and you guys skipped it right here. Just keep that in mind. In the video below that I am gonna recommend to you guys, just make sure that you guys don't do the same mistake that she did and that I did. But even if you don't do it right the first time, all you gotta do is unscrew the 8 bolts and then just turn it around and then rescrew them in. It should be easier the second time because you already made the holes, so it's not too much of an issue, but just be careful. In general though, I do think it's cool as fuck that I get to now adjust my desk with the height. The motor is very quiet, it's not loud. Honestly, sometimes you can't even really hear it unless, like, if there's other audio going around, like if you're playing music or something, you're not going to be able to hear it. It's not like a loud wiring noise or anything. It's like a very, very gentle, very low noise that allows you to also realize that the machine is working, you feel me? I do see some reviews saying that it stops working after a while, so I'm gonna try my best not to mess with the height too much. I'm gonna try to find the perfect spot and just leave it there. So I would recommend for you guys to do the same. And if it does for some reason stop working, at least you have it at the ideal height for yourself. You know, that's just the way that I'm looking at it. Height adjustment to me isn't that serious. I just got it because I thought it would allow me to realize what height I need from my desk depending on my size, you know, because like I said, I am 6 foot, so I definitely gotta do a little bit of trial and error to see what works best for me. But for right now, this seems pretty cool. The quality of a desk itself, I want to say it's not like wood, okay? Don't expect it to feel like wood or to even like, it's a type of wood. It's definitely a type of wood, but it's not wood. The surface of it is a little slippery. It feels like one of those foldable table chairs, not table chairs, one of those foldable tables. It feels kind of like that, but just a little more premium. It would be like a fancy foldable table, not from the width but like the length of the desk. The length of the desk, it's pretty lengthy, okay? It's like 2 bar tops. You guys know how bars are, with like a very small top where you could just put your food and your drink. It's kind of like that, 2 of those put together, so it's plenty of space, honestly. And one of them, if we're going by that type of thought process, one of the panels would be, I guess you say, your monitor, your camera, and like half of your PC. Meanwhile, the other one would be like your keyboard, your mouse, and the other half of your PC. Hopefully that makes sense. But people were complaining about that little line in the middle. Honestly, I don't even notice it, especially if you have like a big ass mouse pad that covers most of the desk. You won't even notice it. As you glide your fingers through it, you don't notice it. It's a pretty solid table, to say the least. There's not much to say. It's just a cool little table. It's a cool little desk, you feel me? It's not necessarily, it doesn't have too many bells and whistles. It's no USB ports, none of that. It's just a table. It doesn't have any cabinets. It doesn't have any room for no space. It's just for your monitor, your PC, and a couple of peripherals, and that should be it. I have my Elgato capture card right here, right in front of me. The cable management actually helped me out with it a little bit because the Elgato's always moving around on my shit, so now it's actually sitting still, which is a plus. As well as some other cables that it did help me with. There is some cables that it definitely did help me with where it looks cleaner, at least on top, but the bottom just needs its own little detail, to be completely honest with you guys. But we'll get there, all right? We'll get there eventually. I want to say 8 out of 10. I wish it would have came with a screwdriver, and I wish the instructions were included. That's the only reason why I give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like that's me being nice. I should be saying like 7, 7.5, because instructions are very important, and I didn't see not a single piece of paper with instructions. I liked how the packets or the packages, each one of the bolts came separated. It went from like A to whatever letter, but there was no instructions. So if it wasn't for the video, honestly, I would have no idea how to build this shit. So huge shout out to her for making that video, and yeah, hopefully ErGear could send some instructions on the next one. Hopefully. Just make sure you got a screwdriver, and you should be good. All the L keys are included. All the bolts are included. They even give some extras. And yeah, like, subscribe, and share. I'm gonna get a couple of more packages. We're gonna do a couple more videos. I'm getting my chair coming in very, very soon, hopefully. And I'm excited to show you guys that, and maybe some other items. I'm not too sure. But yeah, as far as this, so that's basically it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to catch me live, links below, all that good stuff, turn on post notifications. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.